We want to build buzz. We want to get people excited. We want to warm up our audience. We want to lay the groundwork. This allows customers to think about who they're shopping for, right? Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so happy you're here for a solo episode just with me today as we sit down to have a little heart-to-heart and planning session around Q4. Super excited you are joining us, and I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Q4 is officially tomorrow. So as we dive into the fourth quarter, we're going to talk a little bit on this episode really around how to leverage the holiday season. So things do look a little bit different this year, and we're going to talk about how we've seen some shifts in consumer spending habits and how you as a direct seller can really lean into these trends and maybe shake things up a little bit. So maybe what worked last year or some of your old habits you've had in your business may not shake out in the same way this year. So we're going to talk about exactly what you need to be doing in Q4 to really create a super strong and profitable season for your direct selling business. I can tell you in my own business, Q4 is always the best, right? We have people that are excited about planning for the new year. We also have people that are looking to spend a little bit more in the fourth quarter than they are at other points in the year. And I know for all of you, many have great gifting solutions, and people are really looking to shop small and support a small business owner like you, where that purchase is directly impacting your family. So we really want to make the most of this holiday season and treat the fourth quarter maybe a little differently than we treat the rest of the year. So we're going to talk about how to do that here as we're rolling in to the fourth quarter. So first off, most direct sellers are making a huge chunk of their annual revenue in the fourth quarter. So if you've been setting goals or tracking your numbers month after month after month, as I hope you have been, I would challenge yourself to give yourself a little bit of a bump up as you're rolling into October, November, and maybe even December. December is a little bit tricky. It kind of depends on what active selling strategies you're leveraging, knowing that some companies are going to have an earlier holiday shipping cutoff date and you're not going to have that full month available. But especially if you have inventory or you're doing things in person, the second half of December can be a really great month for you as well. So first off, we want to really get into the mindset that the fourth quarter is a campaign. It is an opportunity for you to really create some big waves in the revenue from your business. We actually spent a lot of time talking about promotional campaigns with Steph Paradiso on the Black Friday podcast that we did a couple weeks back. So if you haven't checked out that one, that's going to be a good one to go check out. And then I also want to mention here at the beginning, another resource available to you is that we have a holiday planning guide available for you over at moderndirectseller.com/holiday. That's going to be a great one. Another one that you can couple that with is our quarterly strategy framework. You can get that over at moderndirectseller.com/90 because it's going to create this 90-day plan for your business. So you can kind of push those two together and create a really solid plan for your business. Bubble or in your company's bubble, but we kind of burst out of that a little bit and look at overarching consumer spending habits and trends that we can expect in the fourth quarter. So right now, average holiday spending is expected to slightly drop in 2025 compared to 2024. A million factors at play here. We're not going to get into all the economics behind it, but they're expecting about a 5% drop in spending year over year. Also, many are looking to save or cut back on gifting budgets. That's projected to decline about 11%. So I know that's not always the best news to hear, but I think it's important to just be real and transparent about what's happening in kind of this macro economy around you so you can set those expectations for the holiday season and also align what you are offering and the campaigns that you're providing and the products and services and bundles and all of the incredible things you're doing can really tap into some of these trends that we're seeing. The biggest drop we're seeing is with Gen Z. Gen Z is planning on reducing holiday budget by 23%. That's fairly significant, right? We also know that shoppers are starting early. Yes, they're starting early. 2/3 of consumers plan to begin their holiday shopping before Black Friday. Oh my gosh, that's a lot, right? And that's very consistent with what we're seeing with other retail stores out there that start their Black Friday campaigns earlier and earlier and earlier. So here in pre-October, right? Imagine this. People are already starting to shop this next month way before we even get to Black Friday. They're worried about prices increasing. They're also worried about items running out of stock. So people are definitely going to be hunting for deals and looking and comparing different things, and then maybe waiting until they're ready to make that purchase. So just keep that in mind, that the whole process is starting a little bit earlier. Also, in that same realm, we're hearing that shoppers are going to be leaning in to search, social, and influencer content prior to converting. So again, this just really, really shows that we got to have some good content showing up on social. As much as maybe some of you are trying to lean back from social and not spend as much time there, people are going there to learn more about products and to make buying decisions. So having that social presence built into your feed and your content is going to be really, really important. And using that mindset that people are already shopping, people are looking for gifts. How do we align our content in a way that's like, gosh, if you're already thinking about holiday shopping, I got to tell you 3 things that you need to consider adding to your list. Dropping in content like that to get people excited and thinking about the holidays and kind of teasing what products you have available is going to be a really good call as well. We also know that consumers are prioritizing value and meaning and trust and authenticity and connection with you far more than just discounts. So while people might be cutting back a little bit on their spending, they're looking to make a connection with the person that they're purchasing from. They're looking for meaningful gifts that are going to make a difference in the lives of the people that they are sharing products with. So when we're thinking about you being a direct seller and how you're connecting with your audience, this trend is made for you, right? They want to know who they're buying from. They want to make sure that they're getting a lot of value out of it. They're making sure that there's really good meaning behind that gift. So anything you can do to show that your brand is mission-based, your brand is ethical, your brand builds trust, right? That is going to be important. So my interpretation of these trends, right? What this means for you as a direct seller. We cannot just rely on deep discounting. Your company's probably not going to offer crazy discounts anyway, but instead I'd be thinking about creating bundles, offering experiences, offering that emotional connection more so than just a straight discount. Early promos are going to be for the win. We need to be starting now. We don't want to wait until November. Otherwise, you're going to miss that window. So make sure, even if it's in your stories or a couple reels that you're dropping in once a week, we want to make sure that we're starting to talk about gift giving here, starting tomorrow in October. Your social content matters more than ever. They want to see your posts, your videos, your recommendations actually carry some real weight. So make sure that you're leaning into your social content. Also, if your company offers any kind of flexible payment options, that may be a great option for your buyers as well. So we're talking gift cards, we're talking layaway, we're talking about Klarma, we're talking about payment plans. There's lots of different ways that you can kind of split things up in payments. We're seeing that on a lot of retail websites right now. So this allows people to buy even if they are on a tight budget. And if your company has a host reward program, I would be leaning into this big time. Do you want a discount or a deal on your holiday gifts? I got you covered. All you need to do is bring your friends together, host with me, and I am going to hook you up with a deal. Or even if you have a host program and you can offer a shopping link, hey, I'm going to open this up for October 15th through the middle of November to kind of help you and your friends get a head start on your holiday shopping. This is going to be the perfect timing to offer that kind of benefit or perk, knowing that they're getting a ton of value from that type of offer. We also, of course, want to prioritize making sure everything is easily accessible, right? So on the company side, they're optimizing for people to be on their phones, right? Mobile checkout, fast links, quick, easy process to make purchases. And then for you on a customer experience side, allowing people to just comment, mine, sold, I want that. And you being able to help place that order, send them an invoice for it, have them Venmo you, whatever's going to make it easy to really prioritize that seamless shopping experience for them is going to serve you really well. All right, now that we've heard what might be changing, let's get a little bit more tactical. Now, I've talked about this before on the podcast, so this may not be brand new for you, but I think it's great. It's been 9 months. Let's come back to our 4-phase roadmap for Q4. And again, you can grab this over at moderndirectseller.com/holiday if you want a paper and pencil version and sit down and kind of map it out. But first off, our first phase of that roadmap is really around building buzz, right? We want to build buzz. We want to get people excited. We want to warm up our audience. We want to lay the groundwork. We want to seed offers. We want teasers and sneak peeks of holiday products, bundles, gift guides. We want gift mapping posts. So this allows customers to think about who they're shopping for, right? If you're trying to find something for your tween, this is for them. If you're looking for something for your mother-in-law, this is for them. So creating that anticipation, that excitement, and solving the problems that your customers have. What gift do I give for this person? You have a solution for that. Definitely early bird specials or even a pre-order with a bonus is going to be a great way to get people in the door, get them in the door earlier, right? We also want to build up our VIP and customer priority list. Now, I talked about this back in episode 205, so that was last year. But the idea here is, hey, who is interested in hearing about our holiday releases? Let me know and you'll be the first. So let people raise their hand on social, and so you can create this customer priority list. So once you have that customer priority list, then it doesn't feel weird, spammy, icky, gross to personally reach out to them and say, hey, you wanted to be the first to know about this? I got you covered. Here's what we have coming up, and I think that this is going to be great for you. Also, creating content around different trends, letting people know what's on trend this season, giving people tips to buy early, creating a holiday gift guide or a blog or a series of emails that are going to highlight specific products that fill that gifting need is going to be a perfect way for you to start teasing out, building buzz. We're still in phase 1, right? This is now to the, I'd say closer to Black Friday. We're going to be building that buzz, planting those seeds, dropping hints, asking people to be part of that customer priority list, really creating some excitement and momentum as we roll into November. So knowing that people are starting to shop early, you're going to have to start showing up earlier than maybe you even want, right? I feel ya. I'm like, if Halloween costumes are not in my hands and we haven't done trick-or-treating and my porch isn't decorated, I'm not ready for the holidays yet. But you, as a direct seller, have to be ahead of the game. So even if you're not quite there yet, it's great to start planting those seeds now to get people excited early. Okay, phase 2. This is your main promo push. So this is going to be the lead up to Black Friday through Cyber Monday. And I would even say Giving Tuesday. So we're talking, the couple of weeks right around Black Friday. And for our business, a little spoiler behind the scenes, we've decided to use the week before Black Friday as our primary week to offer some pretty incredible deals around Modern Direct Seller. We're really excited for it. But I've already decided that the week of Black Friday, that's Thanksgiving. I'm hanging out with my family. We're actually going to do a little mini getaway. Those are some of my non-work days I've already blocked off. I don't want to be scrambling around putting holiday promotions out there. So we're doing all of our promotions a week early. I think that's super smart, especially if you're traveling, if you have family in town, if you don't want to be stressed around the holidays. And I know there's not all of this within your control because it kind of depends on what your company decides to offer. But I would be thinking about that Black Friday lead up, whether that's like a week or two before, or that Black Friday weekend all the way to Giving Tuesday. So many different ways that you can offer great promotions to your customers. Now, if you're not in the academy, you got to go join the Academy right now. Get in, come join us, use the coupon code WELCOME. You can get in for $15 because Steph Paradiso is coming into the Academy this week and she is breaking down Black Friday formulas for us. So she's giving us all the ideas of what bonuses or extras you can add in for your customers. We're workshopping it out. It's going to be so, so good. But really, I would be thinking about how you're going to hit your offer hard during those couple of weeks, right? This is going to drive a bulk of your Q4 orders, definitely in the month of November. So some ideas for this, and I've talked about a couple of these before in different ways, but I'm going to rehash them again here just to kind of get your mind twirling, right? And we're going to consider this a brainstorming session. So I love a 12-day campaign or a countdown window. So it might be the 12 days of Christmas. It might be the 12 days of gift giving, but using something like that to help anchor an offer or a deal where you're able to kind of create consistent content. People are waiting in anticipation to hear what you have coming the next day or the day after, right? I'd also be thinking about bundle deals. What can you pull together to increase your average order value? And maybe you have a bundle, but then you're also having an upsell saying, oh, do you want to grab one of these too? This makes a great teacher gift, or this makes a great gift for that last minute person where you have to go to a gift exchange. We all need a couple of those things on hand. So already think in your head, what do I have as an upsell? And what do I have that I can bundle together? Also, I would think about some limited time bonuses. I love some urgency. Some people are going to be fast decision makers. They're going to be ready to roll. So what can we offer them? Hey, for the first 2 hours today, here's our doorbuster. Here's what we have before noon expiring today. Here's what we have before 5 p.m. today, right? So you can really think about how to get people moving quicker. If you have cart links or if you have coupon codes through your company, this is a great way to offer some limited time bonuses or deals for people that are willing to move fast and maybe make some of those impulsive shopping decisions. I also love a buy now, save later promo. So we typically know that the first quarter is a little bit slower. So even if you're offering something where if they make a purchase over Black Friday, they are going to get a coupon that's good for the first 2 weeks of 2026. So I know that feels kind of far out, but there is a bonus that goes along with it, and it brings them back into your world in the first quarter. So that's a great strategy to try as well. And then I would really, again, beef up your social commerce. So you could go live to share information. You have a post with a link in it that takes them to a cart, sharing testimonials, shouting out people that have placed orders and what they're grabbing. Definitely highlight gift giving pretty much on a daily basis during this peak promotional period. So whether that's your stories or that's reels or that's lives, a solid content strategy is just going to amplify what you have to share. Whether you're sending emails, blog posts, you just want everyone to be able to hear about it. So sharing it on social is going to be a great way to go. All right. So that brings us to phase 3. So again, this is kind of that peak shopping window. We're getting into Giving Tuesday all the way through your shipping cutoff date. So you probably know when your company can stop drop shipping orders to your customers for them to receive them on time for the holidays. So this is great to catch those last minute buyers, push urgency, maybe people that have been lurking and watching and considering. We're going to move them into action and get them off the fence and get them to place that order. So a great strategy here is a gift guide. You could sort things by what's available for under $25, what's available at the $50 price point, the $100 price point. You can say, I don't know what to get for fill in the blank, this person. Create a gift guide around that or a series of stories on social for that. You could always offer some gift wrapping or a little add-on, right? Benefit perk. If you order before this date, I'll even wrap it for you. I did that one year, by the way, and I almost immediately regretted it because I spent a lot of time wrapping gifts. I'm not sure I would do that again, but that's a great one, depending upon if you have local customers and if you enjoy gift wrapping. I love the idea of a wish list. Let people create a wish list. Let them tell you what they're interested in, and you can be the little elf that drops some hints over to their friends, their family, their husband that needs some help gift giving. Definitely lean into that. Again, as we approach that shipping cutoff date, we want to dive into digital gift cards, e-vouchers, things that people can, buy now. You're going to get this when it drops. So you can collect that money right then and have a gift. Maybe it's a little gift certificate that you're able to provide them. And so they're able to share that with the person they're giving the gift to. And I have seen this work really well, even on Oh My High. So if you're using Oh My High, consider creating gift cards through your own website, and then people redeem them with you. You place the order on their behalf. That's a really fun one too. So again, help them decide quickly with pre-curated gift guides, this time between your Giving Tuesday and your shipping cutoff date. Now, the last phase 4, I think this is an important one to mention because this is definitely for those last minute shoppers. And I feel like this is my husband at CVS the night before Christmas when he's grabbing a couple things. And I'm like, where'd you go? Where have you been? Right? I used to do this with my dad every year too. He'd take me to the mall on Christmas Eve and we'd go finish shopping for my mom. So the idea here is those late shoppers, right? So for those people, if you have things that are already gift wrapped, if you have bundles that are ready to go, if you have inventory on hand that you could do a porch pickup or you could deliver to them, those are all super smart. Those gift cards are great. Once you get past that holiday shipping cutoff date, you kind of have to work with what you have close to you. So this is a great one to kind of think about, like, do I want to keep a couple things on hand? We don't want to overstock our inventory, of course, but what can we have on hand that could help people with easy gift giving solutions? And then, is there an after Christmas sale? Is there a product that fits really well with what people are looking for in January? If you are in health and wellness, January is a big month for you. What can you start teasing at the end of December to help get people excited about what's coming for them in January? If you're a planner company, people are looking for planners at the start of the year. The list goes on and on. If you're in jewelry and you can do personalized jewelry, people set a word or intention for the year. Let's get that engraved on some jewelry, right? So think about what products you have that also really sit pretty in January and start teasing those out between Christmas and New Year's, if not even before then. All right, so next up, let's talk about what you can do right now. Right now, meaning tomorrow's October 1st, and we're making some moves in our business. First off, I want you to block an hour and map out your Q4 calendar. What dates are you working? What dates are you not working? What holidays are you celebrating? What deadlines do you have for your company? Map out Q4. I used to do this super old school. I'd go on Canva and just print out a blank calendar. If you have our Best Year Ever workbook, by the way, we got you covered. There's blank calendars in there. I would map things out on that calendar, and so I had it in front of me, and I knew when I was working, when I wasn't, what opportunities I had to sneak in a couple more events or activities or personal shopping appointments. Then I would think about what that core offer is for Black Friday. Dive into that episode with Steph, super good. Join us in the academy and come to her workshop next week. Let's do that here in October so we have a core bundle ready to roll for Black Friday. I'd also begin teasing, right? So we want to start teasing with polls and questions and sneak peeks and just for you kind of messaging that we can drip into our stories, into our reels to get people excited. Another idea here, go back and look and see who shopped with you in Q4 last year, right? Were they purchasing gifts? Can you loop back with them and offer them something else? Who is somebody that's always looking for the pumpkin scent or the holiday scent, right? We want to look at our past buyers, their buying habits, and make sure that we're reaching out to people directly to offer them early access and so they can be the very first to know when you have something great dropping. Batch out your content. You guys know this podcast is sponsored by ScentShare. We love them so much. Batch out your content right now so you're not having to worry about content each and every day during your busiest season. Nobody has time for that. Lean into the ScentShare content library. There's a ton there waiting for you. If you're in the academy, use our social selling action plan for the easy button to create your short form videos. Batch out that content now. Plan out that content so you're not waking up every day thinking, what do I go post today? The other thing here is to plan at least one experience or event that you can offer each month for the next 3 months. Even if you're not an in-person person, I want to challenge you to invite people over for a sip and shop, do an open house, do a live shopping event on social, plan an online or an in-person event each month to invite people to. So this is going to allow you to tap into your own customer base and invite them into your world so they have an excuse to get that shopping done. So on that calendar, when you're mapping things out, make sure you have one big money-making event, at least minimum, each month that you're hosting on your own. So as we roll into Q4, we are going to skip the overwhelm. We're going to pace ourselves. We are going to plan ahead. We are going to start teasing those holiday gifts now to really make the most of the fourth quarter. So again, we've covered a lot here today. We've covered our 2025 holiday trends and shopping trends. We've covered that 4-phase roadmap. We've given you resources to go and build it out. And again, if you want to walk beside me and a crew of go-getters inside the Academy, we would love to invite you to come join us. Fourth quarter is the best time to be there. We have Black Friday workshops happening. We're going to have a 2026 planning session towards the end of the year. We have some surprises up our sleeve too. We're really excited to really make the most of the fourth quarter, share ideas, collaborate, work together to make this the strongest selling season ever. So thanks so much for being here today. I am cheering you on as you roll through the fourth quarter. All right, let's get out there and make it a great day. Bye, everyone. This episode is sponsored by CintShare. CintShare is the #1 social media scheduler for direct sellers and loved by creators in any industry. It's truly your one-stop shop for all things social. Join hundreds of thousands of social sellers and entrepreneurs who turn to CintShare for free social media training and resources. Get started today with your free 30-day trial at moderndirectseller.com/CintShare.